Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to review the 2025 Australian Grand Prix, and I'm gonna add a little bit of my commentary on top of that as well. So, Australia 2025 Formula One Grand Prix. Now, this race was full of events. It's the first time that F1 starts back in Australia since 2019. F1 is celebrating its 75th anniversary, and the race was promising because it was starting in the wet. Now, it was a pretty difficult one for the rookies, as only two of the six managed to finish the race. It was Ollie Berman with Haas, who finished last, and Kimi Antonelli with Mercedes finished fourth. And I'll get back to him a little later in my program because it was pretty impressive what he did. From the formation lap on, drivers were starting to slip. We had Ajar, who was driving with the Racing Bulls, slipped and crashed on the formation lap, and he caused a 15-minute delay to the start of the race. And we could even see him crying there because he missed an opportunity to even start a race. Then, during the first lap, Jack Doan of Alpine slipped and crashed, causing a safety car, during which Carlos Sainz also slipped and crashed, causing further delay. So we can only have a green flag on this race on lap 7. During the middle of the race, not much was going on. I mean, we had a battle between Hamilton and the Williams of Alex Albon at some point. They were battling for like ninth or eighth, 10th. But what was funny though was when Ferrari were talking to Hamilton on the team radio and they were trying to give him advice on how to pass him, and Hamilton was like, yo guys, don't worry about it, I got this, I know what I'm doing, just let me drive. I thought that was a funny moment. Since lap 39, we had a threat of rain, and it came down suddenly around laps 44, 45 ish. We could see the two McLarens up front starting to slip, with Oscar Piastri actually losing control of his car into the grass. But he managed to get himself out of it. But so many others crashed, so we then had to have another safety car. After some pressure from Max Verstappen, Lando Norris was able to finish the race first, so Max was second. George Russell finished third, and Kimi Antonelli finished fourth. Now, Lando Norris also got the popular vote for driver of the day. Here are the results of the top 10. Okay, so here's my analysis after watching the race. Essentially, I think it was very tough on the rookies and even on a couple of veterans, as Saints and Alonso both also crashed their cars. The on and off rain conditions made it very tough. Ferrari made bad decision managing the tires, going from the slicks to the wet, to the wet to the slicks. But what else is new with Ferrari? They've been making bad decisions on tires and pit stops for God knows how long. So this is not a surprise for me really in that regards. I was impressed with Piastri's never give up attitude. When he slipped and lost control and was in the grass, you could see he had a difficulty getting out of there, but he kept on pushing. He came back last, but then he managed to climb back to P9 at the end. I really thought that was impressive. My performance of the day, I gave it to Kimi Antonelli, the new driver from Mercedes. Very impressive because essentially from the start of the race, he started way back, and he climbed his way back to fourth. So under these conditions, he got my vote for driver of the day, even though he didn't win the popular vote. But I thought it was really impressive for a guy making his Grand Prix debut, really. And Lando Norris showed poise, resisting to the pressures of Max for pretty much almost the whole race. Finished first, and he shows his growth. Max, by his standard, his race was okay. Still managed to finish second, but I mean, there you have it. So these were my impressions looking at back at the Australian Grand Prix. This is not a Grand Prix that's easy to watch, guys, because of the whole time difference. I have to change my sleep schedule just to make sure that I can be awake and alert for the whole duration of the race and watching the different interviews. But I had to go to sleep after that. But essentially, um, stay tuned. I'm going to be reviewing other races, the upcoming ones as well. I'll look into other sporting events as well. Right now, it's a little bit of a dead season in my part of the world. We have baseball that's coming, so I might be touching up on that a little bit as well. But for now, thank you very much for staying and watching this video with me. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and see you the next one.